P.J. O'Rourke is not the average journalist. While many journalists just report the story, he comments on the article he's writing, and usually the comments are negative. He writes in a style that uses sarcasm, humor, exaggeration, and profanity, called gonzo journalism. It favors style over accuracy and uses emotions and personal experiences to tell a story. Gonzo journalism was used to describe work by journalist Hunter S. Thompson. When writing a story, he often took part in the events that were occurring and wrote the article on his and others' actions in the situation. He took a subjective view of reporting, something that is frowned upon in journalism. The term gonzo was first used in 1970, and as time progressed, P.J. O'Rourke was one of the leading gonzo journalists. Patrick Jake O'Rourke was born on November 14, 1947, in Toledo, Ohio. He attended Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and went to Johns Hopkins for graduate school. In the early 1970s, O'Rourke joined the National Lampoon, an American humor magazine and spin-off of the Harvard Lampoon. The magazine is known for pushing boundaries with satire and parodying popular topics. In 1973, O'Rourke wrote 1964 high school yearbook parody with Doug Kenny, a spin-off of the National Lampoon. Later on, according to his website, in the 1990s, he realized the real world was funnier than anything the National Lampoon writers could fabricate, so he became a reporter covering disasters and conflicts around the world. O'Rourke wrote for numerous magazines, including Playboy, Vanity Fair, Car and Driver, and Rolling Stone. In 1996, he served as the conservative commentator in the Point-Counterpoint segment of 60 Minutes. He also is a best-selling author of 14 books, including, most famously, Parliament of Whores, Give War a Chance, and Eat the Rich. O'Rourke is also a regular panelist on NPR's Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me segment. O'Rourke is a harsh conservative and even describes himself as a libertarian. However, he bashes political parties and the government in general, saying, "Giving money and power to government is like giving whiskey and car keys to teenage boys." Vogue magazine once named O'Rourke one of 5 men you'd want to sit next to at a dinner party, and Wall Street Journal called him the funniest writer in America. In a November 2010 article called "They Hate Our Guts," O'Rourke says, "I take it back. Using the metaphor of Michael Vick for the Democratic Party leadership implies there are people with a capacity for moral redemption who want to call good plays on the legislative gridiron. They aren't. They don't. The reason is simple. They hate our guts. They don't just hate our Republican, conservative, libertarian, strict constructionist family values guts. They hate everybody's guts. And they hate everybody who has any." At the end of the article, he says, "This is not an election on November 2nd. This is a restraining order. Power has been trapped, abused, and exploited by Democrats. Go to the ballot box and put an end to this abusive relationship. And let's not hear any nonsense about letting the Democrats off if they promise to get counseling."
Morality is important to politics. Important is not the same as necessary. You can remove morality from politics like you can remove the head from a chicken and they'll both keep going. Politics much longer than the chicken. Politics will continue to run around, flap, and spurt blood forever without its morality. What's important about morality in politics is us. We own the chicken farm. We must give our bird-brained, feather-headed politicians morals.
O'Rourke revealed in 2008 that he has a form of anal cancer and that he has a 95% chance of survival. He currently lives in New Hampshire with his wife and 3 kids, still appearing in talk shows and bashing the government at age 66. He says, "Feeling good about government is like looking at the bright side of any catastrophe. When you quit looking on the bright side, the catastrophe is still there."